What's going on? This is the first video of the channel. Welcome to Second Amendment Forever. Just getting warmed up. Just getting warmed up, man. This channel is gonna be pretty much, I don't know, man. Nothing special. But it's gonna be basically me, I guess, talking about Second Amendment news and any things that they're trying to pass against the Second Amendment, or any videos displaying the gracefulness of the Second Amendment. That's what this channel is going to be about. But in light of everything that's been happening today, I want to talk about ISIS real fast, man. It's kind of pertaining to the Second Amendment, but I still want to talk about ISIS. Now, rather ISIS is a real terrorist group, or rather the U.S. funded them, which we know how that is. We know ISIS grew out of the Free Syrian Army, and the U.S. was funding the Free Syrian Army to pretty much overthrow Assad for their own personal gain, along with France and NATO. Didn't work out as planned. Some people from the Free Syrian Army branched off. There's even a small amount of Kurd fighters in ISIS as well. And now U.S. created a monster that it doesn't want to stop, pretty much. But you see what happened in France, man. They had bombs and they had AK-47s. And if this wasn't a hoax, I think it was a false flag. I think people probably died. I can't call hoax yet, but the thing, it's crazy though. A lot of people are also saying, if this thing isn't a hoax, where's all of the people at? Where's all of the pictures of people in the hospital? Where's all of the injured people? I have to agree with that. I haven't seen one picture, anything, hardly any cell phone footage, nothing. So that's to be debated, man. But let's just assume that this wasn't a hoax and this was real. So you had AK-47s by quote-unquote terrorists, and they went and just chopped people down that were defenseless, had to probably run and hide on chairs, on the tables in the corner, couldn't defend themselves because France doesn't allow their citizens to have firearms. It's crazy, man. I mean, think about this for a minute. The French people pay taxes so the government can have weapons, but the government in turn doesn't allow the citizens to have weapons. Isn't that something? Isn't that backwards? It should be the other way around if you really want to think about it, if you really look at it. But pretty much they were sitting ducks, man. Dead. The anti-gunners are going to say, well, if somebody had a gun, it doesn't mean he was going to stop it. Yeah, you're right. But if somebody was brave enough and they had a gun or two, or a couple other people had firearms, they would have stopped most of the carnage. Oh, but you can't stop people with bombs. How's guns going to stop bombs? Guns can't stop bombs. But if the terrorist that was strapped up with the bombs, they get a chance to detonate it because someone shot them, if that's the way the detonation device was set up, of course, then no bombs would have went off. I mean, it really doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. So let's go to this video ISIS allegedly made about attacking DC. Hey man, listen, I have no remorse for DC. DC doesn't even belong in this country. DC is not even a part of the United States, and they caused the whole mess in the first place. So hey man, I don't give one rat's ass. They're trying to disarm the people. You think we supposed to care about them? That's how I see it. But on the flip hand, ISIS, if they tried to pull what they pull in Syria, driving convoys through roads, just executing people, let me tell you something here, man. Let me tell you why ISIS ain't that stupid. I'll explain to you why ISIS ain't that stupid. They will have the result of doing shit that they did in France. They can never take it to the ground with the American people, man. They don't have to worry about the military. They got to worry about one of the greatest armed citizenry in the world, which is the United States, the American people. That's what ISIS will have to worry about. Hey, listen. Let's just say they had the guts and ISIS just said, fuck that. We gonna ride for this caliphate. And we gonna go. We gonna run through each major city, guns blazing. We gonna kill any Americans we see. If you don't want to turn Muslim, you dead. And then we gonna go after the government, right? Say they decided to just have balls enough to do that. I give ISIS maybe, I don't even give them 24 hours before they get chopped down, they get chewed to pieces, man. And I'm not talking about the military. I'm talking about us. I give them probably 15 hours before they get their asses handed to them, and they will be just they. I think, man, listen, man. ISIS will get turned into fucking a pile of dust, man. Quick. If they ever came and tried to pull that shit over here, man. So they know what they're talking is all talk. You know, they might be serious though about attacking, but they ain't gonna do it the real way. You know, the boots on the ground way. That's a definite death sentence for them if they tried that. So I don't worry too much about those clowns if they are a real terrorist group. Gotta always put the if, because remember the world is a stage, man. You know, what they tell us may or may not be the truth. More than likely, most of the time, is not the truth. You know, so you gotta always keep an open mind when it comes to government, man. You know, so that's why I'm glad we do have a Second Amendment, though. Even if we didn't have a Second Amendment, it's a natural birthright to defend yourself by any means necessary. It doesn't have anything to do with the government. It's just about it's just a common sense right thing to do. You know, so not really worried about ISIS, man. They just blowing hot air, because they know, like I know, and like the rest of you know, that shit ain't gonna fly over here, man. They know what time it is. They know what countries to pull that shit in. France, that was easy pickings for them. But they know there's no way, man. And another thing, if ISIS ever did, if you ever ISIS convoy ever was seen on U.S. soil, how did they get over here? Think about that for a minute. They didn't just magically snap their fingers and get over here. Your government let them over here. That's a whole other video within itself. But that's just my whole outlook on this ISIS thing. Don't worry too much about them, man. But you never know, man. If they, I say we always prepare, because they might try to blow some other shit up that we around. We might be. It might be a couple of kamikaze idiots with AKs, and they want to decide to just test those guns on the American folk. And I hope that somebody's there to stop them with a firearm. Firearms are the best thing in the world. I love fire. They're the best defense mechanism as far as small arms, and I love guns. I'm just a gun lover, man. I'm maybe a 1,000% pro gun. I'm super pro gun, man. Super pro gun. But that's all, man. Just welcome to the channel. This is Second Amendment Forever. Stay tuned, man. I'm just getting kicked off. Have a good night.